Shalom. Call Aloyim La Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Mashin Yah Kabad Laha Zakwanyim. Gadwalu Rakab Shah Yashala. Shalom Wa Kasad Laha Bakiyar. Shalom Wa Ahab Laha Agwathim. Alright, that's all praises to Yahweh, who the world ignorant calls God, in the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorant calls Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. And peace and mercy to the brethren around the four corners of the earth, pushing his word in sincerity and truth. The house of David, the elect. And peace and love to you sisters listening in humility. Okay, so I want to touch in on, this so-called Brother Jay. I had a comment on my comment board from somebody named Jacobite. And he was speaking on how this dude, Brother Jay, is an ex-IUIC member. Okay, and so he was speaking at Southern Texas University, talking about basically trying to debunk the scriptures, trying to debunk the Israelites. And they on there, they're going off by calling us black Hebrew Israelites. But that's a part of that Esau propaganda to demonize the Hebrew Israelites and the Most High's purpose. That's all part of prophecy. But, I didn't get to watch the whole video. I watched the first few minutes of it, and I plan on watching more of it to see exactly the scriptures the commenter was speaking of. I guess the Brother Jay, his name is Brother Jay, he brought up some precepts, basically how the curses do not apply to the Israelites. I didn't get a chance to see that yet. Seeing as I'm at work, and I just saw the comment today, so I didn't get a chance to see it. But before I even go into that, and if I recall correctly, Elder Yashawamba did a video about this guy, about the same event. But before I even have to view it, I want to say that this thing of ours is predominantly set on faith. All right? Let's get that first and foremost out the door, man. If you have a lack of faith, then you're never going to understand the scriptures anyway. And also Daniel's 12th to 8th chapter talks about how the book was closed until the end. And so now, Yahweh Shai, the Lamb, has opened those seals for the men of the Lord to finally come into the fold. And so there are many groundbreaking parts that alludes to the so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics being the children of Israel. But the curses are a predominant identifier. So I don't know which, those curses are Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, verses 15 through 68. And, like I said, I haven't seen the video, so I don't know exactly which points he was bringing out. But the commenter obviously felt compelled to think that this man, Brother Jay, said something that was good enough to at least catch his ear and catch his attention. So, first, like I said, first and foremost, you have to have faith and understand that we are the Israelites. All right, it's uncanny, man. There is no other people that fits even close to those descriptions. So whatever he has, found out, it's undeniable that we are the Israelites, man. It's cursed shall thou be in the field, cursed shall thou be in the city, and you can try to apply that to other people. But as a nation, as a group of people, we are the only ones cursed in all cities, all fields, who are in slavery. It says, thine eyes shall long for thy children day and night, and thou shalt not have no strength in thine hand. When we were slaves, they would take away our children, sell our families, and it was nothing that we could do about it. Even today, when the so-called government, they have these social workers and things like that, and they take our children away from our homes and thinking that they're providing for them a better life. Now, I will give you this. There are many Israelites that are in that 2/3 spirit that don't take care of their children and do a lot of wicked things. But what still gives the society a right to come and take somebody's child away and say that they're providing a better lifestyle for them? When a lot of those children who end up in those foster homes and adoption homes, You know, a lot of things happen to them in those places. You know, things that might not have happened at home. You know, people assume since they're part of the system, they're going to be better off, but that's not the case, man. Sometimes those children are raped. Sometimes those children are beaten. You know, many things happen inside those foster homes. A lot of those children end up in juvenile, in the prison system. But going on, you know, it also speaks about how we will not be able to have our own when we go to our enemies, we'll have to go to our enemies for clothing, for water, for shelter. You know, and that's true of the Israelites, man. Our people don't own any of those clothing factories, any of those water companies. You know, that's not any of the Israelites doing that. We're not, according to Psalms 83, it says they have hidden us. You know, they have consulted against the hidden ones, and we are hidden. We don't have our own country. We're in this country not by choice. We were brought to this land by cargo slave ships. Okay? And that speaks to Deuteronomy the 28 to 68 chapter. You know, it says Egypt again with ships, and we know Egypt is synonymous with bondage. All right, we are the only people on the face of the planet to be sold by way of cargo slave ship. All right, and that's undeniable. And I believe, you know, I saw another comment on someone else's page about the brother Jay. He may have commented on the yoke around the neck. Now, I don't know which point that he made about it, but what other group of people has that happened to? You know, put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until you have destroyed thee. And that's what they did. When you can see the movie Django that proves that. The men were walking down the street, men and women walking down the street, and they had those chains, those big collars around their neck, you know, like dogs, man. And many of them had the spikes coming out, so that if they tried to run into the bushes, the trees and the bushes would catch them and tangle them up. You know, for many who were escaped or trying to be escaped slaves, runaway slaves. Okay. What else that is? And it's you know, there are 45 or so of these curses. You know, and these curses are undeniably tied to a certain group of people. What else? I'm trying to think of some other curses. You know, it says, thou shalt have beasts, and thou shalt not be able to enjoy them. We shall plant trees, and we shall not eat from them. Our fruit of the vine, we shall not be able to drink or eat of the fruit that we have planted. You know, all of our substance shall be taken away from us. In times of slavery, we are the ones who built up this place. We are the ones who were picking cotton and planting fruits, you know, and all of those things. And we were not able to eat from them. We were given the scraps of the hog, you know, that plantation meal, man. You know, we will fail longing for our families all the day long, man. You know, it said at noonday we will say where it be night, and at night we will say where it be noon, where it be morning. You know, we always wish that it was another time of the day, hoping that it was going to be better. But we were pursued by our enemies day and night, tortured by our enemies day and night. You know, the curses speak to our people, and it's a reason our spirit resonates with its soul. Nobody else feels this way. Why do you think any of the other nations haven't picked up, you know, the Bible and said, you know, that's us that's spoken about in the curses? Nobody else can do that as a nation of people. And